Supply chain has had digital in it for a fairly long time. ERPs have been a thing for decades now, warehouse management systems, transportation management systems. And like a lot of other industries, individual functions have built best-of-breed tools to solve specific challenges. If it's booking and tendering and routing in transportation, if it's warehouse management on the warehousing side, if it's inventory planning on the inventory side. Like a lot of other industries, what had happened is that these different solutions kind of grew in silos. And so independent silos or functions have systems that address the core challenges for individual functions, but they very rarely really talk to one another and work together really, really well. Every decision, or a lot of decisions in supply chains, are essentially a set of trade-offs that need to be made, and it's incredibly difficult to make those trade-offs when information exists in a bunch of different places. To make things even more complicated, over the past 30 years, one of the main big movements in supply chain has been outsourcing. So manufacturing has been outsourced to contract manufacturers, and suppliers have started spreading all over the world. Logistics have been outsourced to freight forwarders and logistics providers. Distribution has been outsourced to Amazon and to other third-party logistics providers, which takes a lot of the information that used to be within the company's four walls, and now you have one more barrier and one more way to silo the information that makes it even more challenging to get the visibility and control that a customer needs. That means that even though a lot of point solutions came out over the years that solve and address specific business problems, the fundamental problem of information availability and data quality and the ability to look at the fuller picture has just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And companies have, for the longest time, the larger ones, have been on this journey of trying to solve this with data lakes and analytics and dashboards. But the reality is that the companies that operate supply chains, they're not technology companies. This is where consulting firms and system integrators have really come in to fill the gaps. They're really good at taking a company's business processes and a company's challenges and addressing that with a custom-built solution. But for the mid-market, there really isn't a product that they can come in and implement. And if you look at the history of supply chain software companies, you'll see that there's a pattern of heavy reliance on professional services and integration processes. With Unity, we decided to take a very, very different approach and essentially say, philosophically, if you had all the data in one place, clean, with high quality, in the right data model, well organized, extracting the value is the easy part. And what Unity tries to do is make sure that each one of them has the information that they need by making it really, really, really easy, collecting the information from all of these different sources, cleaning it up, organizing it, and making it available for everyone. We call that a data versatility platform. And the word versatility comes to represent two things: versatility on the information that we take in, but also versatility on how people can consume the information. Every function depends on other functions' information to do their work. And so finance relies on information from logistics to know when a shipment arrived, carrying a specific order, from procurement to know when to pay an invoice for the supplier. And so in a lot of cases, the consumption of information doesn't happen directly from the source. It happens through some intermediary systems. And so some customers or some users and consumers will get the data directly from Unity. Some of them will get them from other systems that we'll feed the data into. But again, the philosophy is to make sure that every operator, whether or not they consume it directly from Unity or not, has access to the insights and the information that they need to get their job done. So Unity basically fills in the gaps between all of the existing systems and processes and enables data-driven decision-making and operations in supply chain.